Hello, I'm Alice. I'm an innovation business consultant at Sparkworks. So in few words, what do we do at Sparkworks? At Sparkworks, we help companies to embrace change and innovation, either be on a new service or product level or more on an internal cultural strategic level. So we want to start this new series because we want to share with you some interesting books about the topic of innovation. And of course, we also would like to hear your recommendation, as we want to make sure we constantly stay up to date with new methods and new trends in our field of expertise. So my topic for you is the sprint book. I read this book a few years ago when I facilitated my first sprint. So this is a format that was originally developed by Jake Knapp, who is the author of the book and also former Google employee. Basically, based on experience, what he observed is that no matter if you're working in a startup or in a big corporate, most likely you always constantly be surrounded with the fact that new ideas constantly pops up every time. The reality of fact, it is very, very hard to predict what an idea will turn it out. So what he did, and he examined the idea generation cycle in different companies and observed that most times whenever an idea pops up, the first things people start doing is discussing. And the longer it takes to build an idea, the more people discuss about it, and the more argument will be dragged into the conversation, and the more damage will be caused in case the idea is not successful. So what's the result? The result is that people become very much risk adverse, they become demotivated and they step away from big opportunities when they see one. So he started thinking about there must be a way to test and validate ideas quicker. And that's when the idea of the sprint actually started developing in his head. So the magic of the sprint is basically is contract all the decision-making process in only 5 days. And here I'm quoting an author when he said that actually the sprint brings companies a superpower. They can travel forward in time and they can test the reaction of user before actually making any expensive commitment or spend time discussing about things. So why do I like this book so much? So first of all, I think it really takes you hand by hand throughout the process, from assembling the magic team to how to frame the challenge and how to test your idea and validate with the users. It also gives you very, very concrete tips on how to plan the entire week. Second, I like it because it really much dig deeper into the different exercises and always clarify the objective of each one of them. So finally, I think this book is a very, very practical handbook guide for individual who has already some experience in workflow facilitation. To master indeed the art of a sprint, you need to have some experience beforehand. And that's why at Sparkworks, we also help our clients run in this kind of workshop. So I hope you find it interesting, and obviously if you want to hear more about how Sparkworks can help you solving your next big challenge, please get in touch with us. And obviously that's all on my side, but stay tuned for hearing our tips for the next book. Bye!